Welcome back, gamers, to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers. To never miss another gaming trend, make sure you tap that subscribe button and leave us a comment down below with what your favorite alternate reality games are. For those of you who don't know, ARGs are an interactive networked narrative that uses the real world to transmit a storyline that can be altered by a player's ideas and actions. Based on reactions to the videos, the game's designers will adjust the story as well as the characters. ARGs usually contain plot-based challenges, puzzles, and depend on collaborating with a community of other players to analyze the story. Now, while you digest all of that, we want to scare you away from some of those games by telling you about the top 10 scary alternate reality games you should never play. In at number 10, Cloverfield.
It appears that the oil rig is being sucked down at a dramatic rate, but what caused the shower of debris that followed remains a matter for intense speculation.
Many of you will remember the movie Cloverfield that was released in 2008 and depicted a creature the size of a skyscraper wreaking havoc upon New York City. What many people don't know is that before the film's release, a Cloverfield alternate reality game was released on the internet and left clues leading up to the film. Things such as 11808.com, which hinted at the release date as well as the monster's origin, first appeared, as well as promotions for a drink called Slusho that's main ingredient was seabed nectar. This nectar was said to have been discovered on the deep ocean floor, perhaps giving more details towards the film's monster. A lot of the clues dropped were meant to be scary cryptic messaging meant for the public to find and decode. In at number 9, Portal. During the March 1st patch for the game Portal, its developers created an Easter egg that contained their alternate reality game. A subtle note that came with the patch read, "Changed radio transmission frequency to comply with federal and state spectrum management regulations." Along with that was a new achievement called Transmission Received. This ARG is also commonly referred to as the Potato Sack, and revealed ahead of time details about the game's sequel Portal 2. However, the ARG complicated things by providing those courageous enough to decode the creepy messages with even more Easter eggs that changes how you would view the storyline for the second game. In at number 8, Year Zero.
Upon release, the CD itself acted as a gateway, both for the casual participant.
Citizen, by calling this number, you and your family are implicitly pleading guilty to the consumption of anti-American media.
With many bands attempting to change the way they market in this modern era, the band 9 Inch Nails kicked things up 42 notches by partnering with 42 Entertainment to produce a promotional alternative reality game. The person behind the idea for this was the band's frontman Trent Reznor, who said this game is not a gimmick to buy their album, it is the art form. The story takes place in the year 2022, for which the government now refers to as Year Zero. The US has suffered multiple terrorist attacks, and as a result, the US government now controls absolutely everything. Sound familiar? Year Zero is an immersive and interactive game meant to engage their community. It all started with a 9 Inch Nails shirt coated with a message that leads you to a variety of different websites that speak of this dystopian future. In at number 7, The Sun Vanished. This creepy alternative reality game was created in late April of 2018, and through a Twitter account follows an unnamed protagonist as he attempts to stay alive in a world where the sun suddenly vanished. Within the game, there are these terrifying monsters simply known as the Strobe. They are the main antagonists for the story and show themselves as these strobing red lights that emit a low frequency sound that brainwashes the remaining survivors. The only information that we have on these Strobe monsters is that they are using the lights to connect to the minds of the living humans and connect them to an alien hive mind. We're assuming so that whoever caused the sun to vanish can oversee the apocalypse. Kinda smart. In at number 6, Meat Sleep.
You live here. I let you live here. I gave you a home. Now you live here. You're ungrateful.
This ARG still remains on YouTube to this day and has been regularly posting videos since 2014. Although the creator of this channel is still unknown, we do know that the channel is maintained by 11 people from 8 different countries. Thousands of fans for years have done their best to solve the mystery of who the main character Meat is and the message they are hoping to convey in these serial killer diary style videos. The main theme is usually some sort of cannibalism, stalking, and even kidnapping. Several fan theories have risen out of these strange videos, which include the serial killer one as I mentioned, meaning that the videos are from some sort of cannibalistic killer. However, the most likely explanation is that it is an ARG meant to tell a story through its interactive network narrative. In at number 5, the 15 Experience. The 15 Experience is an alternate reality game that shows players 15 security camera videos. The official website says, "I am a hacker. I cannot tell you my name. I have hacked into 15 IP cameras in an unknown home in an unknown location that appears to have some sort of haunting or paranormal activity. The images and sounds I have captured have compelled me to share this with the world." The website hasn't been updated in a while, as the premiere for the ARG happened back in 2014. But later on in 2017, the hacker returned to detail that the paranormal horrors that occurred in those videos led to the disappearance of 4 people. Speaking of 4, in at number 4, I Love Bees.
The trailer for the upcoming Halo 2 was launched nationwide. The pieces fell into place. At the end of the trailer, a quick flash of ilovebees.com sent Xbox fans sprinting for their PCs.
When this alternate reality game dropped, it was an experience unlike anyone had ever seen, and perhaps one of the most genius yet scary viral marketing campaigns ever. This ARG was also created by the company 42 Entertainment and was meant to hype gamers up for the release of Halo 2. The whole campaign kicked off when a mysterious package was sent out that contained a jar of honey with letters inside of it. When aligned correctly, they spelt out the words "I love bees." During the trailer teaser for Halo 2, their official site flickered briefly, showing a different website called ilovebees.com. When players investigated the site, they found that it looked like an amateur beekeeper's website, but they soon discovered that there were puzzles that, if solved, released audio logs. Gradually, this released more of a fictional backstory that involved an artificial intelligence's plight of being stranded on Earth, with this being the only way for it to piece itself back together. In at number 3, Marble Hornets. The Marble Hornets ARG became a widely popular YouTube web series that was inspired by the Slender Man myths. All of their videos are classified as entries from an abandoned film footage for a movie called Marble Hornets. To date, there are 92 entries on the main channel, with the most recent called Clear Lakes 44 being uploaded in 2015. By watching the first season's footage, you discover that all of the filming seems to be interrupted by some mysterious figure called the Operator, who is stalking the protagonist wherever he goes. In at number 2, Hello Neighbor. Although very different from all of the other ARGs that we've mentioned on this list, Hello Neighbor will still send your anxiety through the roof all the same. Hello Neighbor is a stealth horror game about breaking into your neighbor's home. See, when you move into a new home, the player will begin to notice their neighbor acting in a very mysterious and almost paranoid manner, which leads you to believe that he's hiding something in his basement. It's always the basement. Your task is to solve puzzles and gather items to successfully reach the basement without getting caught. Lastly, on our number 1 spot, Junko Jinsi. This alternate reality game started in 2009 and then just as quickly as it came out, disappeared without a trace. You see, a woman named Junko started messaging random people on the internet in search of kindred spirits and her little sister. Players soon discovered that Junko's sister was being held captive in an all-white isolation cell that makes solitary confinement look like fun. A fake Google page led viewers to what looked to be a live feed security camera of a woman in a prison. Over the course of 2 months, a group called the Sisterhood of the Pure faced off against a Russian paramilitary organization, and thousands of players watched as the characters got more immersive and their puzzle solving skills were put to the test. It involved everything from code breaking to even speaking with his creepy bot in Second Life. Although there was no conclusion to this story, the mythos of it still lives on. And that has been the top 10 scary alternate reality games you should never play, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, show us some love by tapping that like and subscribe button. Plus, leave us a comment down below with which games you're gonna play anyways. And for more videos like this one, all you gotta do is click that playlist on your screen. From Top 10 Gaming, I'm Johnny Rogers. Until next time, take care.